Hello, everyone. Lovely to see you. So, for the duration of this meeting, uh, if you can somehow invite yourself to just simply be, uh, suspending or inviting yourself to presence. No need to think about anything or figure anything out or try to understand anything. Let things be. Whatever understanding is meant to reveal itself will do so effortlessly. Notice how in this very moment there is no effort in simply hearing these words or perceiving the breath. If you turn your attention to the breath, there's this subtle movement, this gentle flow. Notice how, as a thought appears to you, it appears effortlessly because your true self, being, awareness, consciousness is always available. There are no gates, no obstacles, no resistance. Nothing is being pursued or sought. Notice this effortlessness, the effortlessness of being, the effortlessness of presence, of awareness. And when you turn your attention to the body, you may notice some sensations. The sensations of your feet on the ground, subtle vibration of the body, the heart pumping. There is nothing you need to do. It's unfolding in awareness. You may notice some possible contractions in maybe in your chest or neck or your body somewhere. Notice that even that appears in the borderless spaciousness of awareness. There are no barriers. And this effortless presence is peace. The background of all activity. We are conditioned and habituated to pursue things, and to resist both seeking and resistance are troublesome. They require so much effort, inner anguish. We become engaged in some sort of struggle. Can we somehow embrace all of it? Notice whatever is appearing and to cherish the stillness, cherish the peace, because our most profound love is the love for freedom and peace and happiness. What we truly love, which does not go hand in hand with resistance and fear. So we invite ourselves to honor that which we love, to honor love itself, to honor peace and freedom, which is causeless, does not require us to seek or achieve anything. It's too much effort, too much trouble. The sun shines effortlessly, providing light and warmth. The light of awareness, shines within you, through you, from you, to you. You are that shining light. You are aware. You are that awareness, that light, which is transparent, borderless, formless. The wide open sky is infinite. Space, one could say, is colorless, although it appears blue or black at night, or red sometimes. It's colorless, non-phenomenal. That is your true nature. You do not need to define yourself via the past, via thought, via the senses, via the activities of the brain. What is it to be undefined just for a moment? Complete not knowing. And yet, undisturbed awareness, presence, being. The reality of all forms, the reality of your thoughts, of your memories, of your bodily sensations, of the world, does not belong to the world, does not belong to the body. What is it in your experience that is not subject to time and space? You have to inquire into this. To awaken to the experience of consciousness directly. Consciousness awareing itself, revealing itself to itself, not via the mind, not via thinking. What is it to live freshly, moment by moment? To meet every event, every instant, every situation, not with all our baggage, our stories and our histories and our narratives and our stuff, but to explore this eternal moment. Maybe taken on the form of a thought or a sensation, but it's always appearing in this timeless presence. And in this timeless presence, there is no separation, there is no duality, there is no me and the other, my narrative, my storyline. And although the reality of the ocean is water, there are waves as well. And these waves have the same reality than the ocean. Do not attribute a separate reality to a wave. Notice the flow, the interconnectivity, the harmony, the rise and fall. It's musical. Once we have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, we hear the harmony and we see the beauty. Because God's touch is everywhere and in everything, as it is said in some religious contexts. And that's so beautiful and peaceful, harmonious. So, if you have any questions, anything that you would like to explore, make sure to unmute yourself. You can raise your hand, either personally or by going down to, I think, the react button down the bottom of the screen. So, any questions? Hello, Philomene. Let me see. Yes.
Hello, Magdi. I forgot totally the difference between awareness and consciousness. Perhaps you told it, but I don't know it anymore.
Mm. Well, I use the terms awareness and consciousness synonymously,
Okay.
but to say some more about it, so we use the term reality, think in terms of reality as being or consciousness. And think of awareness as one of the attributes of reality, or one of the attributes of consciousness, which would be the knowingness aspect, the awareness aspect of reality. So being is also referred to as isness. In the Indian scriptures, it's referred to as Sat, S-A-T, Sat, being that which is and cannot not be, that which is absolute. Reality, whatever that is, it's undefined. It cannot be defined via the mind, because the mind is puny, is a tiny aspect of the body, of the body mind, perceptual field connected to the senses, including thinking and reasoning, which are aspects of the mind, cannot comprehend being, Sat. So consciousness slash being slash reality refers to that which is and cannot not be. So our experience of being is being's experience of itself. When we speak about our experience of being, we have entered into awareness. That being knows it is. Not only it is, but it knows it is. I know I am. I know I am aware. And I know that I'm aware of being aware. So being not only is, reality not only is, but it knows it is, which is the awareness or knowingness aspect of being. The Sanskrit scriptures, they refer to that as chit, C-H-I-T. Awareness and being are one, meaning that awareness is an attribute of being. It is not an attribute of a personal mind. In other words, Philomene is not aware. Awareness is aware of Philomene. Mm-hmm. Magdi is not aware. Awareness is aware of Magdi. Awareness is the perceiving aspect, knowingness aspect of reality, of consciousness. So when we speak of the difference between consciousness and awareness, in essence, there is no difference, because we could say, what is the difference between the sun and the rays of the sun? Or what is the difference between one side of the coin and the other side of the coin? If the coin has zero thickness, no thickness, what is the difference between one side of the coin and the other side of the coin? There's no difference. Mm-hmm. The main thing to comprehend is that all the absolute attributes belong to the absolute. They belong to reality. They do not belong to a personal mind or to a personal entity or to a personal character. formlessness, happiness, freedom, peace, beauty, wisdom, love are absolute aspects of the absolute, absolute aspects of reality. They never appear and disappear. They never come and go. They are eternal.
Can we also say that is the same as Shiva and Shakti?
No, Shiva and Shakti refer to a different question. Shiva and Shakti refer to consciousness and its manifestation.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So consciousness in stillness is Shiva, and in movement is Shakti. They are not separate, yes, but it's a different question. Your question is about Satchit, about consciousness and awareness. So they're different questions.
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
Shakti is the manifestation of reality, of consciousness. In movement, it's Shakti, and stillness is Shiva.
That makes sense. Well, thank you.
So your awareness is the awareness of reality. It's not the awareness of Philomene, yes? Does not belong to a person.
Can we do something to be always aware, more aware?
Awareness is always 100% aware. It's never 99.8% or 95% aware. There's no such thing as less awareness or more awareness. There is such a thing as the belief that I meaning Magdi, which is an incorrect attribution to consciousness. Consciousness is not Magdi, but we confuse in our ignorance. We say, oh, I, so and so, I am less aware. And yesterday I was more aware, or 2 hours ago I was more aware. We attribute awareness to the body mind. So we are conflating awareness, which does not belong to the body mind, with the mind. We are conflating reality with mind. So we need to comprehend that there is no personal awareness.
Okay.
Right now, you perceive this perception. In your experience, is it a female perception or a male perception?
Totally no difference, no.
Right. So if the perception belonged to you, then it would be a female perception. Awareness doesn't belong to the body. The body, the female body, appears with an awareness. And you look in the mirror, you say, okay, this is a female body. This appears, the image, the person, body mind appears in awareness. The awareness doesn't belong to the body mind.
It's beyond, yes.
But there isn't more or less awareness. When you are perceiving more or less awareness, you need to ask yourself, who is it that is aware?
Mm.
Is it me, the body mind that is aware? Or is it awareness that is aware? What do you think?
Awareness, it is aware.
Awareness is aware. Because awareness has to do some exercises or has to do some practice in
No,
order to be aware.
no,
Does awareness need to train itself to become more aware?
no,
No. But
no.
when we believe that awareness belongs to a body-mind entity, then we are in ignorance. We have a misunderstanding because we are conceptualizing awareness.
Yeah, we believe that because we are distracted from the awareness. If we are busy with things, then we're not always.
No, no distractions, meaning perceptions or thoughts, and
Yeah, yeah,
they appear in awareness. They don't uh, uh, disturb awareness. The reason why we have the confusion about awareness is because we believe that reality belongs to a personal mind. If you understand that reality belongs to awareness or consciousness, and that awareness is an attribute of consciousness, that there is no real separate mind, there is no separate doer, there is no separate entity. That is the core of the confusion.
yeah,
Look at that. I am Philomene, That is the veil. So I am awareness is always there. But then I am Philomene comes in front, says, no, no, I am Philomene, not awareness. Everything belongs to Philomene. Everything arises from Philomene, belongs to Philomene. The reality is the body mind.
but they're coming from the same source.
Yeah, it's a game, it's all consciousness, it's
Yes, all consciousness.
God-
Yes,
God's game. But
yeah,
activity, like this activity right now, this conversation right now, does not veil awareness. It's appearing within awareness.
yeah. Okay, it's all.
Activity, there is no disturbance. Activity, thought, uh, bodily sensations, going for a walk in the woods, driving to work, does not disturb awareness. The belief that awareness is limited and personal, that is the ignorance. The belief that awareness belongs to me or is a personal awareness is the issue.
So I'm making the fault sometimes. That's, for instance, I'm walking in the woods, and then I long to be in awareness, but that's a personal fault.
Yeah,
I
that's
see.
personal thought because the woods is appearing in awareness. The
Yes,
forest, the sound of the birds, the sound of the stream is appearing in awareness. Then there is a thought that comes, me, some imaginary me, I, a separate me, wants to be in awareness.
I knew it's stupid, but
But it's
it's
a habitual thing that uh, there is a personal self. But the personal self, which is the belief, it appears in awareness.
Yeah, yeah.
Awareness doesn't appear in the personal self. The personal self, the idea, the feeling, the belief
Also
appears.
the stupidness, yes. Also the stupidness is also in awareness. But yeah,
Is stupid. Well, I mean, I don't like to use that term, but once we have the understanding that reality does not belong to the body mind, that the body mind appears in reality, it appears in awareness. Awareness doesn't appear in the body mind. The tree appears in awareness. Awareness doesn't appear in the tree. Once there is an understanding, that understanding is valuable. When you
yeah.
have a valuable, somebody offers you a valuable, beautiful bracelet or necklace or ring, you want to wear it. You want to wear it because it's beautiful and
Yeah.
it's lovely. It looks good. It, it was it's made out of gold. It's has a nice design. So
But if sorry, but if there is peace and love, so there is experiencing from love and peace and stillness. That are the colors from awareness, isn't it?
yes, love, peace, freedom, joy are the perfume of awareness.
Perfume. Yes, and that's why I'm longing if I'm walking or doing something, longing for that qualities. That's
Well, when you are longing for this quality, you are pushing this quality away from you.
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah,
Okay, you are not here, you're there, and I'm longing for you.
yeah,
So you are separating yourself, from love. You long for love, you're separating yourself from love. You need to understand that love and peace and tranquility and freedom and are now in presence, not in longing. What we long for is the end of suffering. We long for the end of suffering because inherently we know our innate through nature to be suffering free. We are not seeking to be happy as a way of speaking. We want to
yeah,
stop being unhappy. And in order to stop to be unhappy, we have to take a look at what is the source of our unhappiness. And the source of our unhappiness will reveal itself to be the belief that you are a separate entity existing in time and space. So you believe in time and space. So now you are hoping for happiness in the future. You see, you're striving for, because you believe yourself to exist in time. You have given reality to the separate entity, and you have given reality to time and to
mm,
effort. You have to do some effort. And so you try to do the best effort you can. You go for walk in the woods every day just to seek the happiness. But if you go for walk in the woods without seeking anything, you are happy. Because happiness is your true self, is the aspect, is the attribute of reality.
yeah. I know it, but yeah,
You are that which you seek. The mind activity, habitual mind activity of seeking, eh, is a habit. And your understanding about peace now means not to follow the thinking about happiness in the future, not to follow the thinking, to notice the thinking. And to bring that, the understanding of being, which is not moving. Being is not moving. You bring the movement into being. You bring it to being. It's arising in being. You don't want being to run. You don't want the movement to take the stillness with it. You want the stillness to bring the movement to it. You are the stillness. The movement is the thoughts and the sensations. You don't want to chase them. You want them to come and sit at your feet like a good puppy. Say, puppy, come and sit at my feet. The puppy will come and sit at your feet. Right? Right? You want the puppy to come and sit at your feet. You don't want the puppy to be pulling the leash. Right?
Yeah. So awareness gives the discernment.
Yes, and peace. Yes, it gives you this. Yes, it gives you discernment.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Because
So,
awareness is always aware, always discerning, it's always perceiving. And by now, awareness has realized that it is real and it is the only reality. Yes?
yes, yes.
It is real and it is the only reality. And it is formless. Right now, in this moment.
Yeah.
Formless. The reality which perceives right now has no color, no shape, no gender, no gender. The reality which perceives.
Though immediately there is love and stillness.
Yes. So already there is the understanding
Yeah,
that awareness is real and it is the only reality.
yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah,
So
I have to contemplate this. Okay, thank you very much.
own that understanding. It's your understanding. It's precious. It's a precious understanding.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, Philomene. Okay. Yes. Hello, Marina.
Hello, Magdi.
Yes.
You can see me because my camera is not working. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
My question is related in some way with this discussion. While you were talking, I had this thought that the belief that we are separated and is very strong because it looks to me that it has the power to obscure consciousness. Because there are things in the world going on that are insane. And it's the ignorance, as you said, that is veiling consciousness. So my logical answer to this is, so this ignorance has a power, is maybe an imaginary power, but it's nevertheless obscuring consciousness, because otherwise there is no way that people can act in this mad way.
Yes, but that is true until until there is the understanding.
Yes, yeah, that I understand this.
So once there is the understanding about the illusory, that there is this belief in a separate entity is optional. It's just, there is no ground for it. There is no validity for this belief. Once that understanding arises, then yes, the quote unquote power of ignorance is starting to deflate. You know, like there's a leak, like you have a there's a leak, and the air is coming slowly out of the balloon. Yes.
Yes, but my thought was just about this veil, this ignorance, and I thought, so it has an inherent power to veil.
Yes, of course. Because when consciousness is playing the game of ignorance, it means business, you know what I mean? It plays for real.
Yes, I
But
just have to understand why consciousness plays this incredible, insane.
so you can
Yeah.
ask you can ask yourself, why do I keep play the game of getting angry, of getting envious, of getting uh, kicking my feet in the ground, and why do I play the game of being stubborn? Why do I play the game of blaming? Play the game of
Well,
blaming.
this would be a big step ahead, because not, I mean, we are in an environment where we are studying, we are in a way we are deepening this understanding, and we are some way through this understanding. I'm referring to this power, the power that is pervading many human beings.
Yes,
I would say the
pow-
majority.
yes, but the power of God, if you don't mind using, I use this
No,
religious
no, I don't
language,
mind.
is much stronger than the power of ignorance. Because after all, ignorance is just God's play, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, you're speaking about the power of ignorance in the world, etc. But it's nothing. A candle is, it has no power in front of the sunlight. You are comparing ignorance with the sunlight. The candle with the sunlight. The power of the mind, the power of ignorance, is only as powerful as God wills it.
As God what? I
Will,
missed the.
wills it as God
Okay.
wills it or wishes it to be.
Yeah, but why
In other
why
words, there is no power to ignorance. It's actually God's power playing the game of ignorance.
in a way, how, I mean, the way I could see this is that God is so big, so all inclusive, that he does. I mean, it's it's even difficult to say this, because it's not God. Is like a, something there. it's like consciousness is not bothered at all of what's going on. It doesn't care really.
Yeah,
Not some God's will.
right,
It's
right,
just the way it
right.
is.
Exactly. But now, uh, uh, the consciousness is interested in waking up to itself, waking up in let's say in ending the game of ignorance. Never
Mhm.
ends itself, of course, it never ends itself. Ends the game of ignorance. So you have to get on board that
Yeah,
new phase of the game. There is
yeah,
ignorance, there is
it reminds, sorry,
there
sorry.
is ignorance and the end of ignorance.
Yeah, it reminds me of something Eckhart Tolle said, that he feels that the world, I mean, the people in the world is waking up, maybe slowly on a time span,
That is not what I'm saying, okay?
no?
No, I'm saying right now, right here, right here. I'm not talking about the world in time and the world is moving in time towards. No, I don't know anything about that. I don't have a crystal ball about the time or I'm just talking right here, right now. Consciousness is playing the game of ending ignorance. So right now, the game, very obviously for some, maybe not so obviously for everybody, but right now it is, one could say, waking up from the dream or waking up from the illusion,
Mhm.
right?
Yes. Thank you, Marty.
Okay, Marina, thank you. Any questions?
Hi, Matti.
Okay. Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
It's not the question. If something came to mind, that I think it was Muji who said it. If I put my thumb, in the sky, I can put out the sun with my thumb, and
Yes,
I can say the sun doesn't exist.
right,
But this is my will and my ignorance if I do it, and the sun is not bothered.
right, exactly,
Mm.
exactly. That's a, I mean, part of the game is to play the victimhood, like, oh my God, I'm a victim of basically trying to find excuses or reasons not to explore, not to investigate. Say, oh no, this is what's happened to me. The universe doesn't like me, or it's my parents or my neighbor, or God knows. We just so once we start to explore a reality, we realize that there's only one reality, which is the reality of consciousness. And I am this consciousness. What else is conscious? I am conscious. I meaning not Magdi, but I, this consciousness is conscious. So that shifts the whole, then you start to see that, in fact, yes, you are blocking the sun with your thumb. You are choosing the belief. You're choosing to give power to your personal feelings, your personal emotions, your personal stories, and that you realize that you have the option of not doing so. See? No, there is this thought arising, there is this sensation arising because we have so conditioned thoughts and sensations come together. Okay, fine. So we can remain still and present. And in time, the power that thought had to trigger the emotion and to trigger certain reactivity in time, because you're not feeding that mechanism. You're not keep on fueling that mechanism. That mechanism gently quiets down. It quiets down in the light of awareness. The light of awareness is like the sun shining on the iceberg. It by itself, without effort, it melts the ice. But we keep hiding the ice. We keep, playing game. So,
I feel even when things happen, like the other night, I had a nightmare, and it was very uncomfortable, and even then I can somehow. It seems something is coming to the light and exposed, and it can then disappear into nothing. So these processes are very easy. They've become much more easy than they used to be, because I know what's happening, and I call it healing.
right. And this, if the flow of life, of thoughts, perceptions, sensations, dreams, nightmares, it all appears and disappears. What matters above all is the exploration of the belief that I am a separate entity, that I am Renate, I'm a person, that my reality is the reality of the body mind. That is the core investigation. Once you realize that your reality is not the body mind, but it is consciousness. The body mind appears, sensations, thoughts, images appear within consciousness, and they appear and they're constantly changing, but consciousness never changes, awareness never changes. That's a very, that's a core exploration, you see.
Thank you.
Okay, nice to see you, Renate. Hello, Eugene.
Hello, Magdi. I'm very glad to see you today.
See you.
I have a question. Dogen, Japanese monk, he said, there is a pretty famous poem. He said, when we fall in love with flowers, they start withering. How to explain this?
Well, one way of explaining it is that you're falling in love with the manifestation rather than falling in love with the reality of the manifestation. So you don't want to fall in love with the flower, you want to fall in love with the essence of the flower.
Sure, but that's me. The Dogen says they start withering. So somehow I understand if I am in dukkha, I'm burning in my attachment. I understand that. But how come how come flowers start withering?
Have you ever known a flower that does not wither?
Yeah, well, I mean, probably he meant somehow our love influences that they start withering.
No, that's not what he meant. What he meant is that your love for an object, your love for the form, withers the flower. Not, you have to understand that teaching is always metaphoric. You have to understand the message, not to give power to the words, you know, but what is the meaning that is being expressed. So when Dogen Zenji said, your love for the flower will make the flower withers, he does not mean that love for a form makes the form wither. Metaphorically, he is basically saying that if you are loving a form, any form, you will notice that this love will not last because the form is going to wither. And your love for the flower, right now, it's a beautiful smelling flower, beautiful, radiant flower, the colors, the vibrancy of the flower. You love that. But you come 2 days later, that flower has changed. So your love for the flower has withered, but your love is attached to the flower, and therefore that love is there is a withering relationship because it's a love for an object. But if you love the essence of the flower, the beauty, oh, you know, it's like it's like when you love your partner, you don't love the shape, the color, the how your partner is appearing. You love the essence of your partner. You love their consciousness. It's consciousness loving itself. Of course, it's manifesting in such a beautiful way. But as the manifestation changes, the love doesn't change. It remains so full, so uninterrupted. It actually, it's when it's beyond the form, it's everywhere. You see, in fact, the love for the form is the love for the formless, because the reality of the form is formlessness. So when you say you love the form, it's actually the formless aspect that you love appearing as the form. But Dogen Zenji was basically saying, if you're loving a form, you're attaching your love to a form, to something which is impermanent in time, you will be disappointed. That is not the right love. So he was teaching his student about true love in this talk that he gave. Don't take literally the words. I understand. Understand the essence.
So if, say, if I do love with that universal love that you mentioned, it will not make the object wither.
When you love unconditionally and universally and truly,
Yes.
there is no object.
Sure.
It's all love. Like Tara's. She said, all is love. Sorry. There are no objects. What you love is the love, the open heart, In love, there is no mind. There are no objects.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eugene. So
This idea of it shouldn't be this way. And the voice comes up from the person, it shouldn't be this way.
Mhm.
Isn't this amazing? I mean, that I don't need to listen to this anymore, or I can at least be aware of it.
It's always a good sadhana to explore whether what is appearing to you is being channeled through ignorance or it's coming directly from the source. Is it channeled through the me belief, the me virus? And that's for you to look. You can, it's a good inner sadhana, which is basically referred to in Sanskrit as a viveka, the discrimination. To discriminate between that which is arising from the absolute, from the source, and that which is being infected by the me virus.
Everything is allowed to play. Everything is allowed to appear. So it's not like to say, oh, a spiritual person shouldn't cry, for example. I mean, everything is welcome as an expression of this one love.
Absolutely, because there is no spiritual person.
Yeah.
There is love, there is this understanding, there is one reality, knowing itself or veiling itself from itself, to varying degrees. It's all the God's game. It's all the game of consciousness. It's no personal sage or personal outside of the belief in that, which is
Another play.
pollution. Yeah. But not a happy play.
No. Wow. Thank you so much, Matt. It's
You know that-
amazing. It's beautiful.
Yes. Mhm. Right. Thank you all.
Thank you, Bhakti.
Thank you, Magdi.